Hi everyone, I'm Wendy, and today I'm showing you two easy recipes using one of my favorite ingredients, ramen noodles. I love these millet and brown rice ramen noodles from Lotus Foods because they're made with whole food ingredients and without added junk. It's just the whole grain noodles. But feel free to use whatever kind of noodles you like for either of these dishes. We'll start with a really easy stir fry with a peanut sauce, and then we'll make a sweet and sour ramen stir fry. For the peanut sauce, I'm starting with a cup of peanuts. These are just roasted, unsalted peanuts. Alternatively, you could use peanut butter, and I'd recommend finding one that's made without oil. I try to find peanut butter that's made with just peanuts or peanuts and salt. If you're using whole peanuts like me, I like to soak them so that they soften up. I'm adding a half a cup of water, and we may need to add more later depending on how thick the sauce is once we're done. But we're going to start with a half a cup because you can always add more, but you can't take it out. Next, I need the juice of 2 limes and 1 whole orange, but I also want to use the zest, so I'm going to zest everything first. I prefer to try to get organic when I'm using the zest, just because citrus fruits tend to have higher pesticide residue. But it's no problem if you can't get organic. You can simply wash the skin really well before you zest it, or feel free to leave the zest out. Next, I'll juice the 2 limes. You want to try to get really juicy limes so you can get at least about a quarter cup of lime juice. Then I'm using the whole orange, so I'm just going to peel the skin off and chop that up into a few pieces and throw it in the blender. Next up, I have a couple garlic cloves. You can add as much or as little garlic as you like. Then I have a little piece of ginger that I'm roughly chopping to help the blender out, just to make sure we don't have any big chunks of ginger in our sauce. It equals about a tablespoon once it's chopped. Next is 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar, and then I have a few optional ingredients. You could stop right here for a totally SOS-free sauce, or if you like, you can add some soy sauce, tamari, or coconut aminos. The first time I made this recipe, I didn't include any added salt and the sauce was delicious. But today, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of low-sodium tamari. Then for some sweetness, I'm adding just shy of a tablespoon of maple syrup. If you wanted a whole food option to sweeten this up, you could throw a date in here, or you could also use date sugar or date syrup, or whatever kind of sweetener you like. And finally, for a little bit of a kick, I'm adding some jalapeno. If you don't want your sauce spicy at all, leave this out. This jalapeno that I had was giant, so I'm just going to use half of it. And to reduce the heat, I'm also removing the ribs and the seeds. That's where most of the heat lives in a pepper. And whenever you're working with hot peppers, I recommend wearing gloves. Jalapenos are usually more on the mild side and don't give me any trouble, but I recently had a really spicy one that burned my skin, so I'm wearing gloves today. Then I'm just going to roughly chop this, again to help the blender out a little bit. I'll let this sit for a while so the peanuts can soften while I prepare the rest of my ingredients. I've got a large skillet, and into that I'm adding some frozen stir-fry veggies. I love this Simple Truth organic brand that you can find at Kroger grocery stores. But all grocery stores should have some kind of frozen stir-fry veggies. The first time I made this recipe, we only used one of these 12-ounce bags, but I want a little more veggies in this, so I'm adding 1.5 bags. As always, adjust the recipe and add more or less to suit your own preferences. Then I'm also adding in a can of chickpeas that I drained and rinsed, and I'll just put a couple tablespoons of water in here and put the lid on to steam the veggies for about 7 to 10 minutes. While that cooks, I've also got another pot of water boiling for our ramen noodles. As I mentioned, I love this Lotus Food brand millet and brown rice noodles, and I'm using 2 bricks. You simply add these to the boiling water, and after 2 or 3 minutes, start to break the noodles apart, and then cook another 4 to 7 minutes until they're done. And while I wait for the noodles to cook, I'm going to go ahead and blend up my sauce. It's always a good idea to give your sauce a taste and see if you want to adjust any of the ingredients or if you need to add any more liquid. But today, this looks pretty good. So once the veggies are heated through and the noodles are done cooking, I'm adding the noodles right into the skillet with the veggies. Then I'm going to pour all of that luscious sauce over top. You don't have to use all of the sauce, use as much as you want depending on how many veggies and how many noodles you used. But I like it saucy, so I'm using it all. Then once you stir this all together, it's basically ready to eat right away. But I like to simmer it a few minutes to gently cook the raw garlic, Let all the flavors come together and thicken the sauce just a little bit. And you can serve this with some fresh herbs such as cilantro or green onions. Next up, let's jump right into our sweet and sour ramen stir fry. In the first recipe, we took a shortcut by using frozen veggies, but for this one, I'm going to chop up fresh vegetables. For either recipe, you can change it up every time and use whatever kind of stir fry veggies you like, whether fresh or frozen. For this one, I'm using red onion, garlic, red bell pepper, carrots, broccoli florets, and a jalapeno. As before, the jalapeno is totally optional. You can add as much as you like with or without seeds, depending on your heat tolerance. This recipe starts by adding the onion to a preheated skillet. If you need tips for how to saute without oil, you can check out this video, which I'll link in the corner on screen. Once again, I'm also turning on a pot of water to bring that up to a boil. After the onions start to get a little color on them, I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of the veggies. For a traditional stir fry, you would usually add the veggies to a really hot skillet one at a time in the order based on how long they take to cook. So, for example, you would want to add the carrots before you add the peppers. However, I cut the carrots really thin so they'll cook pretty quickly, and I'm just going to add a splash of water, put the lid on, and steam the veggies instead of doing a true stir fry method. So while those are steaming, I'll prepare the sauce. I've got about a quarter cup of fresh lemon juice, then a quarter cup of vegetable broth. This adds a little bit of extra flavor, but feel free to use water instead. Next, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of tamari, or again, you could use soy sauce or coconut aminos. For a totally salt-free version, you could use a flavored balsamic vinegar, such as the teriyaki flavor from California Balsamic. Then I have 3 tablespoons of tomato paste, and finally about 2 tablespoons of date syrup. Again, feel free to adjust the amount of date syrup depending on how sweet you like it, or use a different sweetener. I'll whisk everything together and then set it aside for later. By this point, the veggies are done steaming. You can see how the color is still bright and vibrant. Just like we did before, I'll go ahead and drop the ramen noodles into the boiling water, and those just take a few minutes to cook. Next, we're going to add some kidney beans into the pan with the veggies. Feel free to use whatever kind of beans you like. The first time I made this recipe, I used chickpeas, but since I just used chickpeas in the peanut ramen, I wanted to show you a different option for this one. And I love the flavor of ginger, so I'm going to grate a little bit of fresh ginger into the veggies. I like to keep my ginger in the freezer, and then it's really easy to grate with a microplane. By the time the kidney beans have warmed through, the noodles are ready. I'll drain them and drop them right into the pan with the veggies. And finally, I'll add in the sauce. As before, use as much as you like. Again, I'm going to use the full amount. I'll let this bubble for a few minutes to thicken, and as before, you can garnish with some fresh herbs before serving. Hope you enjoyed these 2 recipes, and let me know in the comments some of your favorite ways to use these ramen noodles. Hit the thumbs up for more noodle dishes, and if you like this, you may also enjoy my veggie stir fry with black rice noodles that you can find here. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.